You know that feeling, right? When you hear someone speak and you're just completely hooked, it feels like every single word is meant just for you. Well, that's the magic of great communication. It's a skill that can totally transform your career, fire up your team, and, yeah, even change the world. So let's dive in and uncover the secrets that separate the truly unforgettable communicators from everyone else. Okay, let's be honest for a second. Every single one of us has asked ourselves this question. When you get up to speak, are you dull or are you dazzling? Are people leaning in to catch every word, or are they kind of zoning out, checking their phones? It's a tough question for sure, but the answer really determines just how far your big ideas are going to go.
But here is the best news, and I mean the best news. Great communicators are made, they are not born. Seriously, think about Abraham Lincoln. The guy honed his legendary skills on a tree stump. No slides, no teleprompter. Or take former Cisco CEO John Chambers. He built a $47 billion company and became this electrifying speaker, but guess what? He started out with a huge fear of public speaking, and he had dyslexia. The point is, this is not magic. It's a skill, and it's one that anyone, including you, can learn.
So here's our game plan for this journey. First up, we're going to find your foundation. Then we'll get into how to craft your message. After that, it's all about mastering your delivery. And finally, we'll talk about how your transformation begins.
All right, let's get into part one, finding your foundation. Before you can ever hope to persuade anybody of anything, you've got to make them care. And that always starts with an emotional connection to your own story. And who better to talk about passion with than Steve Jobs? He famously said, "People with passion can change the world for the better." This right here is the first secret. You absolutely cannot inspire other people unless you are inspired yourself. Passion is it's contagious.
Let's take Howard Schultz from Starbucks. It's so easy to think, oh, his passion was coffee, but the real story is so much deeper. It was never really about the beans. His real driving passion was about creating a third place. You know, not work, not home, but a comfortable space in between. And about building a company that treats its employees with dignity and respect. That bigger why is what actually fueled the entire Starbucks empire.
This whole idea of leading with your why is captured perfectly in the legendary story of how Steve Jobs recruited the president of Pepsi, John Scully. He didn't bore him with tech specs, no. He just asked him one simple, devastating question. Do you want to sell sugared water for the rest of your life, or do you want a chance to change the world? That right there, that's the difference between selling a product and starting a revolution.
So, you found your passion. Awesome. Now it's time to actually engineer your message. In this next section, we're getting into the nitty-gritty, the nuts and bolts of how to build a story that's clear, that's short, and that really hits home.
The former CEO of GE, Jack Welch, just put it perfectly. He said, "Insecure managers create complexity. Real leaders don't need clutter. The absolute best communicators, they aim for radical simplicity. They just cut through all the noise to get to the heart of what matters."
And you want the fastest way to get rid of that clutter? Eliminate corporate jargon. Just look at this list. Come on, we've all heard these words. We've probably even used them. But words like synergy, paradigm shifting, and value added, they don't really mean anything. They just make you sound like every other boring pitch out there. If you want to connect with your audience, you have got to lose the jargon.
The second secret to a killer message is to keep it short. That number you see, 18, is a big deal. TED conferences famously keep their talks at 18 minutes. Why? Because science tells us that after about that long, our brains hit something called cognitive backlog. Basically, they get overloaded and just stop taking in new information. If leaders like JFK and Martin Luther King Jr. could inspire millions in under 20 minutes, you can definitely make your point. Okay, you have your passionate foundation. You have a clear and simple message. Now for the final, active stage, mastering your delivery. This is all about how to use your body and your voice to project real confidence and authority. The military has this fantastic term for it, command presence. It's that quality that makes people want to listen to you and follow you before you've even said a single word. It's about carrying yourself with an authority that just signals, I know what I'm doing, and I deserve your attention. So how do you build it? You start by transforming your body language.
Instead of crossing your arms, which just puts up a wall, use an open posture. Instead of staring at your shoes, make strong, direct eye contact. And please, stop reading your slides. Turn around and actually speak to the human beings in the room. This is a shift you can literally practice today.
And this isn't some new idea. History is full of powerful examples. Biographer Ron Chernow wrote that George Washington's physical presence just bedazzled people. The man never slouched. His posture alone screamed confidence, and it was a huge part of his leadership. He was, as the quote says, a sight to behold.
So, your body language is one half of the equation. Your voice is the other. You have to think of it like a musical instrument. You need to vary your pace to keep people on the edge of their seats. Use pauses for drama. Sometimes silence is way more powerful than noise. And whatever you do, avoid that deadly, boring monotone. Your voice is a powerful tool. Use it. And that brings us to our final piece of the puzzle, your transformation. This isn't a one-time fix. It's not a destination you arrive at. Mastering this stuff is an ongoing journey of practice and reinvention.
I mean, even Ronald Reagan, the great communicator himself, wasn't just born that way. He spent years on the road for General Electric, giving speech after speech, polishing his delivery relentlessly. Or look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He attacked his public speaking challenges with the same intensity he brought to the gym, taking every single opportunity to practice and get better. The lesson is simple. Practice is everything. You have to put in the reps.
And this all leads us to the single most important secret of them all. This comes right from Carmine Gallo, the author who inspired this whole explainer. When you change the way you see yourself as a speaker, the speaker your audience sees will change. Just let that sink in for a second. It all starts in your head. You have to believe you have something important to say. Believe you belong up there. Your own confidence is the foundation that everything else is built on.
So I'll leave you with this final question. You have an incredible story inside of you, and now you have the secrets to tell it with passion, with clarity, and with confidence. So what story will you tell?